Hello, hello, I'm testing my mic because it got unplugged. Hi, friends. Don't mind me. Starting off the stream strong. Hi, everybody. What's up? Let me get my gloves on. Actually, let me take a drink. Then I'll get my gloves on. Then we're gonna paint. All right. Hello. What's up, Frank? What? Hi, what? Can't stay long, but I wanted to at least pop on and say hello. Well, I appreciate that. Hello. Okay. It's been a morning already. Got my workout in, showered. That is why my hair is wet, because I refuse to dry it because it takes a century to dry. And now I'm ready to paint some pretty ladies. You're live! I've been waiting weeks! No! I'm sorry. Paul! Hi, Paul. I'm very quiet. Okay, thanks for letting me know. This is only my second time streaming on YouTube. So, let me see if I can crank it up. I think I'm at far. I'm going to move the mic closer. I'm not a professional. I have 5 billion paints on my desk. I should clean it. Will I? No. Is this better? Are we good? All right. So, I've got Lady of Arcana, which I'm still working on. Yes, there are googly eyes over the nips because I don't actually know the TOS for YouTube, but I'm assuming you can't show nipples. But I think for today, I started whiting out the eye areas, but I think I'm going to do the horns. So once I'm done with the horns, I can finally attach her head, and that'll help out. You have the player and my computer maxed out. You're just at normal volume. Okay, all right. Well, at least now I know for next time. Move mic closer. I have it set to far, but the cord in the back is very touchy, and sometimes, I don't know, it jiggles and the cord falls out, and then all my settings get weird. Like me. All right, so I want pale horns. So I'm going to use ivory, I think, or no. Yeah. I'm having a moment to think. Yeah. I think I'm going to use ivory and then a gray. I have a neutral gray. All right. Let's get some of that down on here. And then I want a little bit of a warm tone in there. So I'm going to take that burnt red and we'll lightly mix that in there. Spots. And should I use blue black or coal black? Blue black might be too close to the gray. We're going to use coal black. Alright. Paint is set up. Now. Brush. Ooh, model's so stabby. the horns might look good with a wash on them as well. We shall see. I'm gonna leave a few areas probably not as covered. Get some of that texture in there. Slurp! Yep. It's Sunday. I hate to be the one to break it to everyone, but the weekend's almost over. Did anyone do anything fun? Cool this weekend? It rained. It rained like all weekend. Here. I don't usually mind nice thunderstorms, but it was just, I don't know, felt a little too depressing. Could have used a little more sunshine on my weekend. Did you add any water? No, I do not add water or thin down my paints unless my paints are really thick. What I do is I keep my brush moist. So I like a big thick belly and a pointy tip. And pretty much all the water that collects in the belly of my brush here drips down and thins out my paint for me if I need it. It's all about the brush control, which angle you use it, how hard you press. I like a moist brush, unless I'm dry brushing. Brush looks moister than Miniacs, so probably. No, yeah, so this is, another thing is I'm using Pro Acryl right now, and Pro Acryl tends to hold a lot of moisture as a paint itself. So right here is what I'm working with. And I just rinse off my brush, I dab it on my paper towel, so there's not a buttload of water in there. It's a technical term, by the way. And then I'll just pick up some paint, wipe a little off if I have too much, and I work like that. Had Pathfinder yesterday. That was a time. Ooh, fun. How did that go? Prepping a Night Haunt army for priming. Sweet. Night Haunts. Those, I love Night Haunt. That was my first army. Technically, I guess it's my only army that I've put time in if you don't count warbands, because I prefer skirmish games now. I'm more into Warcry, so I have a bunch of warbands, but not a lot of armies. Unless you count random models that eventually could be one, but I probably won't collect them all. You know. It counts if they're in the box, right? Right? That totally counts. Who knows how long they're gonna sit in the box? That's another story. We're not going there. Test, you're a test. Hi. Brilliant. You're brilliant. So many comments to make about a thick belly and a pointy tip. There is. That's how I say it. I know. I'm on the internet. I'm aware what I say. Sometimes I'm really not. And I'm like, well, it's too late. It's out there now. Guess I gotta deal with it. If I remember correctly, a buttload is a measurement of wine. Ah. Yes. Fine wine. Character has a 20 plus to intimidate, and a spell that lights people on fire if I intimidate them. It's a hell of a time. That sounds like fun. I'm, not to sound like a pyro, but I like fire. I've not played Pathfinder, but the last D&D game I played was at a carnival, and the GM knew, or why did I say GM? DM, Game Master, Dungeon Master, same thing. But the DM knew I hated clowns, so decided to put clowns in there. I mean, we're at a carnival. I guess it makes sense. So what did I do? I went murder clown and just lit things on fire. Got us in a bit of trouble, but no regrets. Clown deserved it. Still counts. I use a 00 with water, but I like the idea of a 1 or 2 with a buttload. It's true. Paul! Oh, hi, Paul. Damn it. Hi, Paul. Why is your real name here? So used to using your... Yeah, you brought out the Mikey Mime. Yes. Hi. It's so weird talking to people with their usernames and then their real names. Yes. Hi. Oh yeah, but speaking of smaller brushes. Smaller brushes are really nice for finer detail, but I don't like them with most of the work I'm doing because they don't hold enough water, so the tip gets dry really fast. And if you're doing like tiny little details, freehand, you need those really thin lines or points, dotting I's. I understand smaller brushes work, but if you can get a really fine tip, and I use a lot of synthetics, so it is hooked a little at the end here. This one's been used a while. I know how to deal with the hook, so I'm fine with it. But yeah, I feel like you have more control with a larger belly that supports it and then has that moisture in there, so you have longer use time on the painting. Oh, hi Max, how are you? See, I don't know everybody's name with stuff, and then it was really fun, and by fun I mean a little awkward with Adepticon meeting everybody. What was I gonna say? Sorry, I was focusing on painting. But meeting everybody that you've met online, and most of them you only know their online names, and they have all their real names on their badges. So you're talking to someone, you're like, I think I know who you are, but I don't know if this is right or not. So yeah, that was interesting. Because it's YouTube. How was Adepticon? It was my first time going to Adepticon and the first time going to a hobby con, like for this hobby. And I had a blast. I loved it and I can't wait to go back. Like I don't think I had any bad experience at all. I mean, you call me pretty much anything but late for dinner. Better not be late. If I have sleepover dinner, you better be there. Or I'm eating your portion. That's just how it goes. Especially if it's tacos. You better get here on time. Or those tacos are mine. I think that's a good base. I am going to be changing the armor up here. It's not saying this red. I don't really like the red, but I think it would have I think it's gonna add to the undertones when I put layers on it, so it'll be fine. I might here. Yeah. Then I've got, where's her head? Oh, here's the head. Got the horns over here. Do you do Adepticon classes or sessions? I don't. I have not signed up to teach anywhere yet. I have been lightly invited to teach at, sorry, I'm trying to grip Adept, or not Adepticon, blah blah blah, Gen Con maybe next year. But Gen Con kind of scares me because there's like way too many people. Or maybe Nova. But I really want to set up classes in my area to teach in person. I've taught online classes before, but I've never taught in person classes. So I want to do that at like some Gable local game stores and just merge those words together. I do. You do owe me several tacos. That is true. Fight to the death for the last taco. Bring it, Jack. I'm working on lifting, man. I'm getting buffer. I will punch you for a taco. Loud noises. Your loud noises. How's the testing working? Keep the skin. Origins, I'm the only teacher. I don't know what, when is that? Where is that? I don't know much about that one. He asked, "Hi, Debbie, how you doing?" I don't know, man. I saw like Christian Waterman with the thighs. She had murder all of us easily. I did. In fact, I did. And I have a video to prove it on my TikTok. I have crushed a watermelon between my thighs. It was not easy. And I struggled with it. But I'm literally only at the beginning of my exercising fitness journey. Only a few months in. So I think with due time and strength, I can crush it much faster and easier next time. The new thing, I suggest everybody grab a watermelon and try to do it. Don't hurt yourself though. Test isn't going. Stupid YouTube. Sorry. He's yeah, so if you don't know, if you're new here, anyone out there, I usually stream on Twitch and I am in the process of making YouTube content, but I wanted to get my feet wet and come over here, say hi first before I did that, because I really do enjoy live streaming and more than just video content. I like the one-on-one interaction and living in the moment. I'm very impulsive and sporadic. So this is my element. And Zinji built the bot, my custom bot I have on Twitch, and is trying to implement it here on YouTube because we have some really cool features on it. But YouTube's being a bit of a pain. We're coming between a fat man and his tacos. Alright, I don't know. I'm very short. I'm sneaky. I could, like, crawl between your legs, slide up there, grab a taco, and get out, and you might never notice. I'm painting that face I sculpted. Oh, cool! That face was really awesome. Origins is in Columbus, Ohio in July. Oh, well, that's a ways away, which is good for planning. I want to put this down, but it's like drying. Okay. All right. So now, a little bit of the black. I'll swoop it in here. Whoop. More technical terms. Thank you very much. I'm a swooper. Put on the bottom a little. Only took a little bit. There's more water on my brush than there is paint. Kind of like doing a sloppy glaze. Just want to get the base down here. We'll do these. Ooh, dog hair. We'll do these first, and then I'll move on to the rest of them. Plan out how they're gonna look. Giggity. Test. It works. Well, I can send a message at myself, but not as the bot account. Oh, as yourself. Oh, okay. Bloody halfling taco rogue. Close up? Of course. I can bring it up to this, or I can move the camera. But it's, ignore that. I couldn't get the sticky blue stuff out yet. Let me see. Come down to Funky Town. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just creating some kind of texture. Because I'm going to go over all of this with a lighter color. But I want the bottom area to be a little darker. Boop. You just want me to zoom in on that booty. I don't blame you. Sucking it in. Lines here. Boobies. You can't say the boobies. There's, well, I mean, I guess you can see those. You can't see the nips, so there's googly eyes on them. If anyone knows the rules on censorship on YouTube, let me know. Should probably have looked that up. Alright, I'm gonna mix some of the ivory in with this neutral gray. Insert Zambi's talking about nips and artwork here. Yeah, I will. I will rage. Free the nip, okay? And we should not be afraid of bodies. And if it is literally tasteful art, I don't understand why nipples are such a big deal. Rant about this. I'm off to play the board games. Yeah, we gotta get together to play Warcry again. But have fun, roll well, slay your enemies. Tatas, yeah. Boobly eyes. I wish they jiggled, but the beads in them are so tiny and it's so old that they don't. Googly boobly. Immortal Chaos. Hey, what's up? Sending contrast. Thank you. Gonna go help a friend replace his exhaust manifold. That sounds work intensive. I was gonna say fun, but I'm like, I'm not even gonna lie about that. That's not. I mean, if you're into cars and you like doing that, that's fun. That could be fun. I want some donuts. Please don't talk dirty in my chat. Chilling in a literal mansion during a thunderstorm in Tennessee with nothing to do at the moment. Oh my goodness. That sounds kind of cool. Are you in a horror movie right now, though? That kind of sounds like the setting for a horror movie. There's a donut place nearby. Are you gonna run and get donuts? Is that what you're saying? Are you suggesting that you're gonna go get donuts? That's what I'm hearing. Sounds finger breaky. This model? This model is like, I'm not sure if I took that the right way. But this model stabs me a lot on my gloves. And the little, like spider legs here, I swear to God, I'm gonna snap one off. I've been lucky so far, and I'm trying not to, but they get caught in my gloves, and every time I move them, I'm like, oh, did I break it? No, no, okay, okay, I'm alright. It worked. It worked! You did it! Yay! Okay, enough more for the day. You're exhausted. Job well done. You deserve a donut. Go treat yourself. So, best donuts, in my opinion, are apple cider, apple fritter, Boston cream, and powdered, I would say. Manifold replacement and the model. Oh yeah, finger breaky. I could see that. I actually almost broke one of her fingers off while handling her too. I am very happy that this model is stronger than I thought it would be, because I tend to work a lot with 3D prints, and I just have a bad habit of breaking them. Fix them, fine, but it's always soul crushing when you hear that like resin snap and fly off, and then you gotta find it. No, you're at your sister's-in-law. My wife ran off with her daughter to do college stuff, and I got abandoned. However, this house literally has wings to it. Impressive. Ooh, walk around. Resin or plastic? When 3D prints is resin. This one, I think, is resin as well. But I don't know what creature caster models are made out of. Like, what type of resin or anything like that. This is my first time painting a creature caster model, to be honest. Mix up a little bit more of this. No, don't you dare bark. No. Ow! I am so sorry, everybody. Hey! Hi, everybody. My dog just wanted to introduce herself. Is that a size 2 or a size 3 brush? This is a size 6. But all sizes are different depending on whatever company you use. I use mainly synthetic brushes for the bulk of my work. This one, I believe I bought at Michael's. I use craft brushes, art brushes, like that you buy there. The only miniature brushes I have are from Monument Hobby. And I have 2 Winsor Newtons, and that's it. Everything else I use are cheap brushes. Even for competition pieces, like this one. If this ends up being well, I will likely enter this in Resin Beast. Got a lot of work to do, more to go on it, but I'm getting a head start because I have a lot of other stuff to do, including some ideas I have for Golden Demon and just other creations and content in general. So I gotta get ahead of it. You have a 72mm model I want to paint, but I'm like, I want to clear the queue of started projects first. I'm making myself finish started projects. Good luck with that. That is a smart thing. Does it always work out? No, because I try to do that. I was doing really well, and I had cleared my plate of almost everything I didn't finish. And now I literally have about 15 projects that have a little bit of paint on them and are not done, sitting on my desk and in a box over there, because I'm jumping all over around. They at least used to all be resin. I assume they still are. Yeah, I think this is, but it's not like the same type of resin from like 3D printers, standard ones. My models are resin. The new Judgment models are the PVC. Yeah, that makes sense because they're smaller and they're made for more tabletop. Yeah, this is a larger one. Snack. I know, the commands don't work yet. They're working on it. Any more work on a Soroff stream? I know it's difficult to work on camera. I did. She is not within grabbing reach, but yes, I will be finishing her up soon. I have been a little preoccupied. My apologies with school starting last week and then everything getting done, but I will. I will send you an update and then some pictures. I apologize because I severely underestimated the tiny details. I mean, it's a beautiful sculpt, but the tiny details and my eyesight for infinity models. Now I know. If I ever paint one again, what to prepare for. You need to finish all these projects, squirrel. Yeah, exactly. That's what it's like. I was curious. Yeah, no problem. Alright, so I like the texture. We're going with that. I'm going to go and switch to a smaller brush. And I'm going to work some of the regular ivory up before I go over the whole thing with the glaze. More paint on my brush. Yeah. I know 10 of sculpting a face and painting it, but wham, inspiration hit me in the face like a 2x4. Yeah, I love that though. Like, it's a good and a bad thing. It's a blessing and a curse because sometimes you just get inspiration for certain models or projects and you're like, I gotta build this now while, while the iron's hot. Strike it. I gotta do this. And then you get wrapped up in that and you forget about all the other stuff that you should be doing. Because sometimes if you put that random like spark of inspiration on the back burner, you forget about it and it fizzles out and then you're like, yeah, I'll do that one day, and you never do. It's like finding the healthy balance of which projects to actually, you know, take on and which ones to say, okay, I really should wait for this because I have 5 billion other things to do. Feel like the real trap with painting infinity models is to not compare yourself to Angel and Kira's. Yeah, because the studio paint jobs are so pretty. Yeah. What was the base color for the horns? So all of the horns, originally this model was primed in black brown from Pro Acryl down here. It's similar, but it's not 100% black. It's a little bit more of a nice natural black. And then what I did before is I laid down a little bit of this neutral gray over top of it. But I didn't do like a good thick opacity. I did it very thin and built up from there. So that's kind of where this is at now, where you can see a little bit of the black or dark brown underneath there. So my biggest hurdle is getting through the slog of building so I can enjoy the painting process. You know what I do? And it's not always feasible for everyone, especially if you just gotta do certain projects right away. But if I'm ever in like a painting funk, or I just don't know what to do at that moment or don't want to be working on something, I build. I'll just build a bunch of stuff and then put it in an area like this is built area. And then when I'm ready to paint it, I can pull it out. But sometimes I love building, especially when it comes to bases or dioramas. That is just like absolute joy for me. And sometimes I build bases and I don't even want to paint them. I've actually thought about just building bases and selling them and have other people paint them. And then other projects, I'm like, I can't wait to paint this. I don't want to build it. Like this model, I did not want to build. I didn't want to put it together at all. I didn't want to clean it off. I hate cleaning. Certain models, just no. I didn't want to do that to this one. This one, I just wanted to paint. Like Reaper's brown black. Let's see. I will compare because I think I have that one. Nope, that's not the right one. Okay, so this is black brown, the primer I used from Procro. So that was laid down, and then let's see. I might have black. I have black and brown from Reaper, but this one is way more, as you can tell. Like this is almost black, but it just has that hint of like a natural earthy, like if you see it really thin, brown to it. So like if you used this but then you added black to it to darken it up, it probably would work. But I don't think I have black brown. I have blackened brown. I don't know if there's a difference. I have powdered burn brown. Powdered burn brown is a lot closer. Just a little bit lighter. But powdered burn brown is way more similar. So I know I said I was going to do every other Sunday for streaming, but we'll see how it is next Sunday. I might do every Sunday streaming on YouTube. We'll see. It depends, but I'm committed to every other Sunday right now. If you've ever seen ebony wood, that's what Procurl black brown is like a violin fingerboard. Oh, that's a good way to like compare it to something in like everyday. I guess the violin you wouldn't have every day, but like something you could see in the world naturally. Always wanted to learn violin. I'm just more of like, there's some things that you need like the darkest black for, but most of the time when I use stuff, I prefer to have a bit more natural black. So I'll use like the black brown or the nightshade purple from Reaper. Really nice. Yeah, I like the way that's looking. used to play when I no longer have to take care of my mother. Human being, I plan on another human being. I just mother, yeah. I plan to get back into it. You should. That's awesome. I love the violin. Especially when like bands have violin, like violinists, or just like metal that has classical instruments in it. I am such a sucker for that. Usually prime white and then black and brown watered down for line work. Oh. I've never primed white. I think it, I mean, I think there's applications that it works really well with. If you like building up that way. I usually prime darker and work up. So I do have a light gray that I've used on certain things like busts and stuff. But usually I'm black or black brown. Or I've had this rattle can camo green I like using for terrain. No, don't you dare, Barky. Nope, no, 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 please don't. Shh. Night Haunts will definitely be prime black. Ah, yeah. I definitely see if you want to do like a glow effect or something to prime lighter. Hello? Donuts! Donuts!
You
oh
get
my
to
god.
pick.
Oh, I get to pick? Oh my god. Ta-da-da-da, I'm opening a box of donuts.
I picked a bunch of random ones.
Okay. Oh my god. Is that a red velvet one?
Yeah, and then there's
My donuts.
and then there's this.
Oh, I want that.
I don't know if you want all of that.
Well, yeah, not the whole thing, but please save the Boston at least half
there's the cream. There's the Bavarian cream.
Yeah, half of that. I have.
You want me to just?
Yeah, can you just put like half on the plate for me? I got gloves on.
Yeah.
I got donuts! I'm so excited. I can't remember last time I had a donut. Yeah. Donuts! Wasn't I just saying that, like, at the top of my list was, like, apple fritters?
That's why I got it.
Oh. Oh, ho, ho. Sorry to tease you.
Alright.
Thank you! Don't let the little ones eat them all. Miss being able to eat whatever I want. I don't get don't get celiacs. Yeah, I actually got tested for that because I was wondering, like, eating certain things. I'm not, but I still like to limit my gluten. So I don't eat it all the time. Like, I try to at least not eat it or have, like, only one thing that has gluten in it during a day. You are not getting a donut. No. I have a dog. Look, a dog butt. Dog butt. You are not getting my donut. My donut. She actually has a wheat allergy. So she can't have one no matter what. I don't have the feature here on YouTube, but on Twitch, my viewers can use points to feed my dog treats. Though yesterday I caught her furry butt with her face in the treat bag just going to town. Luckily, I caught it pretty quick. I'm thinking I didn't shut the bag all the way. Like, excuse me, that is not self-service there. Nope. And I have to buy her special types of treats too. Then I discovered Thai and Vietnamese food because of it, so I call it a win. Oh, nice. I found this Korean place nearby that we tried once, and now I'm obsessed with it. It's so good. There's a lovely couple, I think, that runs it. Super sweet. Poor puppers. Yeah, she can't have wheat or chicken. Do you know how hard it is to find dog treats that don't have chicken in them? Impossible. It's it's not impossible, but yeah, it's really hard. Everything is made with chicken or chicken byproduct. Extremely hard, yeah. But luckily, I went to Costco a few weeks ago to stock up, and they had not one but two different brands that did not have wheat or chicken in it. So I picked those up. Nice. Usually hit or miss. I've gotten some things there before that are allergy friendly, and then sometimes I've gone and they have nothing. But I got lucky. Because outside of Costco, buying them Cost a lot more. Usually it's harder to find brands in stores. It's just like grocery stores. GI does not thank me for my choice in Thai food, but it's yummy. Yeah, I know. It's really hard. Like I have no gallbladder. So I stay away from fried foods. Anything like super greasy. And sometimes though, sometimes you're just like this donut over here, it might not agree with me later. I might be okay. I never know. But I'm gonna eat it anyway. I'm a glutton for punishment.
I had the red velvet.
Yeah, poop. Why is that word so funny? I swear, it's like when you're a kid too. It's like the funniest thing ever. Haha, someone said poop. Fart. Like, okay. I think it's gonna shape it up nicely. Why are you whining? Did you guys hear my dog? Like a squeaky toy. No! No, you cannot have my donut. Nope. Yeah, I know. My stuff, man. You get to sit around all day and be cute. That nose is way too close to my plate. Ah, no! I'm sorry. Excuse me, everybody. Technical difficulties. I have a dog trying to get on my desk to eat my donut. I'll be right back. Okay, now the second technical difficulties is figuring out how I'm gonna eat this when I have gloves on, but if I take my gloves off, my hands are gonna be sweaty. And if I eat it with my gloves, then I'm gonna get donut on my gloves. Guess I'm gonna have to eat it after stream. Stay away from greasy food. How did you eat at Adepticon? I didn't actually. A lot of the time, I did not. I lived off of iced coffee and energy drinks. The thing though is like I live within driving distance of Adepticon, so I wasn't there all the time. I didn't stay there. So I ate before I drove. Or I finally came home and realized that I hadn't eaten and was like, yeah, I should probably eat something. Like my Thai food, the right amount, not the white amount of spicy. Unfortunately, I deeply apologize for the fact that my spicy is white spicy. And that is because I'm old and broken. I have I get acid reflux very easily. So I can't do spicy, and it's not so much the taste, it's just my body don't like it. It doesn't no. It will come back up and it won't be pleasant. So certain spice, I can't. I gotta stay away from. Someone's getting kicked out. Yeah, she did. The puppers only wants a nibble. No, she will inhale that, and I will get none. Elbow. Can anyone even eat with your elbows? I don't think so. Maybe. I could be proven wrong. Just duct tape a fork right here. I should have got a fork. Dang. Just put gloves over your gloves. Yo, dog, I heard you like gloves, so I'm gonna put gloves over your gloves. My drink had condensation. I almost dropped. Heretic! Yeah, I am. I like heresy here. Nothing wrong with a little heresy. Start your morning off right. I found that Thai and Indian spicy does not bother me in the same way that a jalapeno would. Hmm. Interesting. I don't know. The last time we got Thai nearby, we tried one of the restaurants. It literally was like no, like it didn't say it was spicy at all, and I had it and I like almost died. Okay, that is highly dramatic, but like my insides were like, wrong decision, buckaroo. It was not a good time. Heresy, it keeps you regular, right? Is that a pure white you were gonna? No, I never go pure white until the end, even when I'm painting things white. This is ivory. Um, when I'm all done and doing like the final little touches here and there, the top points will be. I keep my white in a different drawer. The top points will get white, as you can see. So that helps. So you don't build up too bright too fast. Pad Thai is not spicy. Thai green curry is. I think I've had Pad Thai before, and that was pretty good. That's fine. Not all Thai is spicy. Yeah, I've had Thai before. I love Thai food. There was a restaurant when I lived in a different place that I absolutely loved, but for whatever reason, this one in this area a little too hot to handle for me. So ivory layer. Yeah, I'm layering right now with ivory. So the one thing I kind of like, well, most paints are like this, but a lot with pro acryl. You can see how bright it goes on, but it dies down after it dries, which is kind of nice for layering up. The coverage is good, but I'm using the side of my brush here, so I'm not getting like, I'm only putting a little bit of paint down, gently touching the surface and building it up. It'll work the same way if you like thin your paints down and you work up like that, but I do. I feel like people are gonna come for me now. You don't thin your paints. I mean, technically, you count the brush. I think this is gonna look really nice against these wings, because the wing's gonna attach back here. Yeah, I like the way that's looking. Working in Transferry takes forever. It does, but yeah. I like layering a lot. And I use it for different applications. Sometimes I just wet blend the heck out of things. But when it comes to building up texture like this and everything, I will do 5 billion layers to get the look I want and be okay with that. And the main reason is just I'm comfortable doing that, but also I don't know, doing these tiny little lines and stuff, just like therapeutic to me. It's fun. I enjoy it. Layers are fun, they are. Dog is scratching at my door, but I refuse to let her in. No, you're not allowed. Cause you're gonna try to eat my donut. She's mad at me. I locked her out. I feel like I need to go a little brighter on this. Hey, you're scratching my door. Please don't do that. Child. Anyone else have dogs with separation anxiety? You can literally hear her sniffing under the door. Yes, I'm in here. No, I'm not opening it. I do. Yeah, she's trying to break in my door right now. If you could call her because I'm not letting her in here because she's trying to eat my donut. I'm mad. Layers, blend, layers, blend. The mark of true madness. That's right. The method to the madness. No. That's fine. Alrighty. So I've got to apply this to the rest of the horns, but what I want to do now, let's see. Head is going to go in here. So, yeah, that's alright. I'm going to glaze some of the red. Alright, hold on. Dang dog. I love her, but she needs to learn to be without me for like a little bit. I learned a lot about my sculpting by painting this. The face. There was, that reminds me, you guys have seen a bunch of other YouTube creators do the Monster Bash before. I was invited to do that, and it was challenging because I'm not a sculptor, but I had to create a monster for it out of all these random parts of cards I picked. And I learned a lot by doing that about sculpting, but not only after I was done painting it, you can see like all the little marks and details and things you didn't smooth out when you created it. And like it looks fine, but then you add paint to it and you're like, oh, look, there's cracks here. How are the wings looking with the horn colors? All right, so these are the wings here. The wings are close to being done, minus the fact that I have to clean up some areas and maybe some final highlights on some areas. The armor bits right here that are kind of red, those are not finished. I need to fix those. Or I'm still back and forth on what type of color I want to do for the actual armor. I did want it black with hints of red, but I think I'm going to switch that. But I like the horns and the way they're looking right now. The wings themselves here, I didn't finish this side, but the front is going to be a lot lighter, so we'll move those back. But I'm going to probably, once all these are attached, do some brighter red in some of these points here. But I'm saving all those final bits until later. So let's see what it looks like on the front with the brighter color. And I think that still looks pretty good. And then on these wings down here, I'm going to clean up the area here, but down on the little bits, we'll add a little bit more red there. But I wanted the front brighter, like the underneath wings, to have more glow than the outer ones. Sticking to the sticky tack nips. Look sick. You look sick. Yeah. I don't know what that means. All right. Now, let's do a once over in some of these areas, and then I'm gonna glaze a little bit of the red on there. Let's see how. Oopsie. My hand slipped a little. I heavy hand it. Ready? You rock. You roll. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of the red. I have burnt red. I'll put some over here, and I'm going to thin it down with water because I'm going to do a little glaze over here. Now, I don't use glaze medium. I don't tend to glaze that often, but a little bit here and there. A little bit of red. Just at the bottom. Rinse off my phone. Move it out. And then I'll go back with some highlights in there. Oh, yeah. Alrighty. I kind of blushed that. Ugh. I can't wait to take those off. They're so annoying. Now do the other parts. Go do this white and gray mixture. Brush. Like ta-da. Two there and wait. Oh, it's in the back. Okay. I was like, yeah, there are an uneven amount of horns on one side than there is on the other. No. The angle of hand. Did you submit an entry for Adepticon? This past Adepticon? Yes, I did. I entered one thing in Golden Demon, and that was it. This is my first creature caster model, so I have not done Resin Beast before, and I believe there was also Privateer Press had a competition. I've not had any of their models before, so I didn't do that. I had an original idea for a Golden Demon entry, and I started working on it in 2021, and I broke it, and I got upset, and I scrapped the idea. I'm gonna try again this year, and I rolled with something else that I ended up putting together within a very short time frame. It was not something I was 100% happy with, but overall proud. And it was a Mind Stealer Sphinx, and I was not expecting it to place or anything, but I did get a pin. I did get a finalist pin actually, which I think is pretty cool for first time entering. So I'm gonna try again. I have two ideas. I would like to challenge myself to do at least 2 entries next year. And we'll see. Am I expecting to win anything? No. But if I could get another pin, I will be happy with that. Was Reaper there? No, Reaper was not there at Adepticon. ReaperCon's coming up though. I will not be attending. Though I very much love Reaper, it is not at a good time for me, and no disrespect, but I do not want to go to Texas currently, so. But I heard that ReaperCon is a lot of fun. So, one day. One day. I realized I started doing these and I don't think I put the black down on them. They do that the next step. It's still gonna be okay though. Ooh, speaking of black, I apparently stuck my brush in black. Well, I guess it's telling me, no, you should just put the black down now. Alright, well, if you say so. That. Do that. I like painting large models, but I feel like I can never get through one whole one without needing multiple breaks on painting smaller models. So, a typical venture into mini painting competition too far away. Oh, Reaper? Yeah, I feel like that's the one thing why I've stuck to only going to Adepticon so far is because it's in my neck of the woods. And I don't know, I don't think I'll ever travel just to compete on painting. I'm not like a heavy competition painter. So like going to cons is more just about the experience and getting to meet people and hang out. I went to the first and second ReaperCon, about 200 people. I'm positive it's way too big now. Yeah, there's tons of people who go now. And that's the thing, like I feel like Adepticon there was like between 2 and 3,000 people, but it was so spread out. It never felt like there were that many people in like one room, in one little area. So I was okay with it. Did not feel crowded at all. Whereas I've seen people pictures like Gen Con and things like that, and I'm like, ooh, no. Maybe one day, but not right now. That's just too much. Too close to too many people. And you know, it makes sense because like certain conventions are for certain crowds. I feel like Gen Con is way more broad of an audience. It's like Adepticon is more miniature painter and wargaming. So there's going to be a smaller group of people who attend. Con on the cob. It's actually like a corn con. I mean, there's a con for everything. I recently found out there's a cat con where people go because they love cats. It's literally just cat lovers getting together. I'm like, that's kind of cool. But then I realized, yep, there's pretty much a con for everything. Paint all weekend for that con. Is it a corn con or is it a painting con? Because I was expecting like it was just dipping cobs in butter. Butter. Tasty butter. Alrighty. I really should get one of those curved brushes. I couldn't think of the word. To get around like little corners like this. I feel like that would be handy. Never used one of those before, but I'm not thinking I should get one. Look at those derpy eyes. I'm like, ugh. Nope, I don't think that helped. Look, that's how I paint eyes on miniatures. I think next stream I might start building, just have like a chat and build stream. Because I got the new Warcry box. And I need to sit down and build all of them. So I think that would be a good time. I don't know if it would be super fun to watch, but gaming family friendly con. Oh, you run the paint and take. Oh, that's kind of cool. I don't know what accent I just did. Cool. No, seriously, that's pretty cool. Cool. Who did those? Okay, now I need to do these. I don't know how badly I want to eat donut over here. My stomach is yelling at me. Like it's tasty and it's in front of you. Eat it. Gaming console, all sorts of art related stuff. That's really cool. I some people going to the Ren Fair not too long ago, and I really want to go to one of those. Armpits are a bane. I need more context on that. Because they're maintenance and stinky. Because you gotta shave them. Because you get tickled and you don't like it. Look normal to me. Oh, armpits? Oh. Sorry, I'm making weird noises because I need to see this as a whole on the camera. Sometimes it shows things that you just don't notice. Down here. Tabletop model? Doesn't matter if you don't need to paint the bottom of it. Nobody's gonna see it when you're gaming. Play piece? Must paint all of the crevices. Every part. So that looks decent. We're gonna glaze a little red then on this area. More water. Coffee run. I could go for more coffee. I actually got myself an energy drink and put it on my desk and never drank it. Now it's to work on the head bit here, because we've got to do the same thing on this. So black. Dougie is apparently upset right now. Okay. Tiny head. Mix some of this gray. Gently focusing. Really want to get the horn area done. Attach head. There we go. Goes back to scratching the door. So time consuming, but worth it. Skin tone is inspiring for Night Haunt, but I'm curious to see if Aqua will work. Yeah, I don't see why it wouldn't. You just go hand it on those. Yeah, the skin on here is jade and turquoise with some ivory, and I definitely think it would work for Night Haunts. My Night Haunts have on parts of them Phantom Glow. I believe. Let me find it. Yeah. So this. Yeah. Well, not the same, very close in the highlighted areas. Or gray. Gray goes with everything. Gray and black go with everything. You can't tell me otherwise. This particular shade of peach lipstick is tough to peg. What are you trying to? I was gonna say, are you trying to match like a shade that's already out there, or are you trying to make a color? Whatever complements your eyes. That's actually like, there are makeup studies, like you can wear whatever makeup you want, but in order to make your eye color pop, there are certain colors that work really well for them. Like I have hazel eyes. Sometimes they're a bit more green, but yeah, there's just like certain colors that help make your eye color pop. And I always think like makeup theory is really good for painting ladies, especially if you're doing like a bust. You need to do beauty makeup. There's certain other types of makeup. Color theory and scientific theories. I don't know, I couldn't think of a better word. But yeah, there's studies for why certain things work, and it's the same principles as painting that go into makeup. And therefore, I always suggest to people when they're painting ladies or busts and they want a certain effect, to look at makeup tutorials. Works. So close. Matching the photograph. Ah, okay. So I'm gonna wrap up here. I usually do about 3 hours streaming on Twitch. I'm only gonna do 2 hours on YouTube because I really want to eat my donut and I gotta get up and stretch. But I thank everyone for hanging out with me today. And hopefully soon I can get recording and going through the slow process of video editing, which I dread. I'll get better at it. But yeah, there will be content on my channel outside of this. Thanks for streaming. Thanks for hanging out. I mean, people hanging out and chilling with me are the reason I stream. If you're not here, then I'm just talking to myself, which is actually a normal occurrence and I do anyway. But I seem less crazy when you're here. So I do appreciate that. I feel like YouTube streams are a lot chiller than the Twitch streams. Get a little crazy on Twitch. I should really look back and calculate how many hours I've put in this model already. I have no idea. Alright. Well, not done. I'll work on that some more later. But we're getting there. Woo! Yeah, I think I'm gonna cover up that armor. Something else. Yeah. Da 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 da. Hey. The trick with an army is base colors for the troops and accent colors for the leaders. Yeah, I like to. So for mine, I usually have like Night Haunts, Horde Army. You need a ton of models. So I have like what I call like one squadron. Like all the chain rafts will be this way, and then like all the spirit hosts will be this way. And while the colors will be similar and it seems like the same army, They've got to be slightly different because I dread just batch painting the same model over and over and over again. I can do like 10, that's fine. But if I gotta do like 5 billion one way, I lose attention span. It's gone. Alright, so yeah, here I don't raid into anyone, I just kinda end abruptly. So like I say, I love your face, be excellent to yourself and others, and thanks for hanging out with me. Go have a great rest of your Sunday.